Yeah, so some of the key takeaways for me were around just learning to be present and sit with people in the coaching conversation. I think in certainly the fast and paced environment I work in, it's a tendency to sort of jump in with solutions and answers for people and not giving people the space and the time to find their own conclusion or their own solutions. And so that was a great piece of learning for me, as well as being able to ask better questions or the right questions to help people find their own sort of path.
The process of coaching, at the beginning it feels a little bit unnatural to you, but as you practice, it becomes very clear to you that if you can trust the process and then let go and believe that there is this inner wisdom in other party, it will come out, and that's a wonderful moment.
I think one of the key learning points was all the practice we got. As again, it was online. Initially I got a bit of is it going to be a challenge to practice? But we got so many hours of practice. And so as a group we learned how to, again, trip. We got it wrong, we got it right, we laughed along the way.
I think the coaching process really empowers you to be more effective and dig deeper in yourself. Learning about the whole coaching concept and spirit of it, I think that makes you more self-aware and also better communicator and leader, and in general, a better human being.
I think that it's such a critical skill for all managers to be able to help their people, whether it's in the big sort of career type conversations or just those smaller discussions about how to solve a problem or a particular issue. I think coaching is such a powerful skill, so being able to just hone my coaching muscle was really important, and I hope means that I can bring something to the table as a manager that people find useful.
It has overall actually enhanced my relationships in general, in the way I communicate to people, and that applies in life and at work. I've had many people, and even recently at work, telling me how I approach things differently, I communicate differently, and how it's more effective.
I think coaching is such an important skill, a critical skill for all leaders and managers. And I think it's one that's massively underutilised in organisations, but where I have seen that teams or companies have a strong coaching culture and coaching is part of the way that they operate, it brings for such great outcomes.
So I think that organisations should more than ever invest in coaching. I personally believe that we should learn and kind of relearn how to listen to each other, how to relate to each other, and also just how to be with each other.
When you have a coaching culture, rather than giving instructions to people and trying to be prescriptive, you really bring out people's creativity and potential, so that you will have stronger performing teams, and that leads to a better performance of overall organizations.
It's maybe obvious to say, but when people reach their own conclusion, they're far more invested in the outcome. So I think that ability to help people to find that path is so important.
I think we live nowadays in a world which is increasingly complex and fragmented, and we need to just work together, connect together, and at much deeper levels. And I feel that coaching allows us to do this.
All organisations, I believe at least, should think about how they allow people more space for coaching, rather than the sort of fast-paced decision-making that sometimes we fall into the trap of doing.
Last but not least, I think coaching is a skill set, but my personal take on it is that it's way more than a skill set. It's just, again, a way of relating to others, of connecting with people, and of being.